Hey guys, this is a bit of an unconventional video because I am sitting in a hotel room drinking a glass of wine. Hurrah! I'm in New York to do some press stuff, but in lieu of all the things that have just gone on today and all the feelings and everything that is happening, I figured I would just give you guys a little assurance. The world's not ending. Democracy as we know it is not ending. We've found some fatal flaws in our political system. We know it's been fucked for a very long time. People who are scared because they are marginalized groups or female, understandable. There's no reason for you to really feel safe at this point. The only thing that I can tell you is that Donald Trump is a celebrity. And I don't think he 100% believed that he was going to win. If you look on his campaign page right now, he's already taken down a lot of the kind of extremist rhetoric that scared a lot of liberals and people that were worried to begin with. And that just kind of shows that in reality, he he definitely used Republicans and what they care about to further his campaign. I promise you that Donald Trump doesn't give a shit if you give an abortion. He doesn't even really know what the female anatomy entails, I'm sure. The person who does care if you have an abortion is Mike Pence, his VP. That's the person you want to be worried about, really. But in general, what I want to say is that it's gonna be okay. I know we're all scared. I know we've heard a lot of fear-mongering and terrifying rhetoric from both sides. The internet has had just a shitstorm of things to say. I've said some really bad stuff. Earlier today, my mentality was to be angry. I was mad. All this morning, I was mad. I wanted to cry. I was upset. Clearly, I voted for Hillary. That's no big surprise, because I am, in fact, a woman, and I care about my genitals. But I understand, hear me out, I understand why Trump was popular. A lot of what I heard last night was that he's a grenade for the political system. And I agree with that. He is a grenade in the sense that he's an unintelligent object that is thrown in a situation because there's something wrong happening and we just need something to blow up right now or all of us are gonna lose our fucking minds. So I understand that, but I think the thing that saddens me is that we have completely made this like a 50-50 argument. There's no middle ground. I don't think I could find middle ground with anyone that voted for Trump. I don't think I could find middle ground with anyone who voted for Hillary if I were from the Trump side. It's almost like we've made everyone good and evil, and there's just no in between. There's no happiness there because you either won or you lost. And ultimately that means that all of us lost because we're a united people. We're the United States of America, and we are anything but that right now, which is very sad. For those of you who are very upset because you're worried about the numerous things that should make you worried, like deportation, loss of standard female health care, loss of LGBT rights, I want to let you know that I really don't believe that Donald Trump cares about anything that was on the Republican ticket. I honestly, in my core, I don't think that he does. The one thing I can tell you is that from what we've seen and everything that he's done, he is a misogynist, just piece of shit that is now our president, and we can't really do anything about that. So we kind of have to just move forward and do better and be better and fight the good fight and not let that tear us down to the point where we're reduced to tweeting mean things to each other. That doesn't solve anything. That just makes us all look like a bunch of idiots, a bunch of chickens with their heads cut off. Because that's what we are right now. We're all just panicked. This morning, I was angry, and I tweeted to any Trump supporters, if you feel like tweeting me, I have an alternative. You can find something very sharp and long and shove it up your ass. After I had a good chortle over that, I realized that that's just not the way to get anything done. I'm admitting that I said that, and I regret saying that. And I deleted it because that's just fueling these flames of hatred towards each other. There needs to be some kind of understanding. And I'm not gonna lie, I do think that a large part of this is sexist and racially driven, obviously. Large portions of Trump's campaign had those at their cornerstone. Like, everything he did, everything he promised was xenophobic and awful, and things that you wouldn't think anyone would vote for, and yet there's this hidden, marginalized group in rural areas that felt really strongly that they were the ones that were being discriminated against, realistically. That's how they felt. And it's sad that we're so disconnected from each other to the point where this is how great the divide is. And I will say, I'm from Arkansas, I'm from the South, and I can't be more embarrassed with the way that I've seen a lot of people from my hometown dealing with this election. I don't follow most people on Facebook that I grew up with just because it's become such a terrible place to be. There's no positive conversation going on. There's nothing that can be done. And it's really disheartening. Good moment for a wine break. I want to encourage you guys to stay woke, first of all. This doesn't have to happen again. I want everyone to know that this is our Brexit. This is what happens when two sides are so totally at odds, and progression and regression are totally at odds, and millennials just can't vote yet, and their voices are just barely not heard enough that they feel so jaded by everything. I know you probably feel jaded if you're watching this. My demographic is 18 to 24 female. We hate what happened right now. We hate it, but it happened. So all we can do is make sure that the legislature that gets passed is something that we are in favor of. We need to stay woke. We need to be watching everything that's happening, you know. And if you live in a state that's more liberal, God bless. God bless. Donald Trump has removed all of his rhetoric about being pro-life from his election website as well. Do with that what you will. I really want to make a Donald Trump abortion joke right now, but I feel like it's not a good time to do that, so I'm just going to drink more wine again. I don't know. I just don't want everyone to feel like it's all doom and gloom. I had that moment this morning. I wanted to like jump off of something very large, but it's going to be okay. You know, it's going to be okay, and this is just a lesson learned that we have to be better. And not only do we have to be better, we have to listen to each other better. Like, this doesn't need to be such a divisive thing where people are like either in tears or chanting, "Build that wall." Like, I saw a video of people chanting that, and I was just like, is this the divide that we have in our country now? Like, we're America. I mean, we fuck up big time. Like, we always fuck up. We're big old fuck ups. But we have these moments of like genius, you know? Like the Obamas. Michelle Obama, where you at? Where you at? 2020 Michelle Obama. That's all I'm saying. I want that to be in your head, okay? Because I think she would be the greatest first woman president. I think Hillary would have done it amazing justice. I think that a large portion of why she didn't win was because she was a woman. I'll say that right now. But I think we can just hope and pray that our queen bee, Michelle Obama, hits it home 2020. So before you lose complete hope and before you move to a different country, I heard that the Canadian immigration website has crashed. Just know it's gonna be okay. We fuck up like this all the time. This is the human race at its best fuck up. Even if you did support Trump, you know things aren't great. Just know it's all gonna be okay. The terrible things that we're afraid of are most likely not going to happen. Nothing gets done in our country. We know that so well. Try your best to be kind to people on either side. It's very hard. I know it's very hard because, you know, it's literally a 50-50 split. Like, half of the people that you meet in America 100% disagree with you. 100% hate what you believe. But that shouldn't be how it is. That's why our political system is so fucked up. And that's why people were voting third party in this election, because even though it was completely useless and those votes probably should have gone to Hillary, ultimately something needs to change. We can't have this every 4 years where we feel like we have to glom on to this person we don't necessarily believe in, but we feel like we have to because we've always voted for a party and now everyone around us is voting for the same person, and it feels like you just gotta do it. In this case, I felt pretty strongly about Hillary because I am a woman and I like my uterus and I'd like my uterus to be protected. Crazy idea. But, you know, I've had it before in past elections that I've seen my parents just voted Republican straight up without even thinking. Like, they voted against Obama. Straight up. Mitt Romney. Mitt Romney got my parents' vote. You know, and it was only because they lived in Arkansas. If they lived anywhere else, they would have probably thought differently about it. Because I thought differently about it. When I moved, I had a different viewpoint of things. And I didn't feel like I aligned myself with the Republican Party anymore. And I never really felt like I aligned myself with the Democratic Party either. I wanted Bernie all the way. Bernie! Bernie! But it didn't happen. Okay, it didn't happen. And then there was someone that was going to be a woman president who had 40 years of experience, 30 years of experience. I don't even fucking numbers. Enough that it made sense that she would be president. But that's my rationale. Someone else on the other side goes, oh, great. We have another politician who's been a politician for 40 years. She's so ingrained in the system. Fuck that. That's awful. I want someone who's just going to go in and fuck shit up. Guns, guns, guns. Maybe not guns, guns, guns. Actually, no, yeah, Republicans are super guns, guns, guns. I get it. Like, I get it. I don't believe in the same thing, but I get it. And that's the problem. We make it like a personal offense. Like you've told someone that their child is stupid if you can't even see a remote possibility on the other side. You know, and like I said, I mean, I grew up in a Republican environment, so I have a unique perspective where I remember the thoughts and the issues that were kind of being talked about in my household. I'm not gonna lie, a lot of them were like a little racist and a little sexist. Like, I remember that in my childhood, and when I grew up, I didn't realize it was a weird thing until I got out of that environment. That's just groupthink, you know? You can't help but be in an environment where that's okay and that's accepted and not feel like it's okay and accepted. That's how fucking Hitler came to power. Like, that's the scary thing about the hive mentality. Humans do it too. Ultimately, we're just little apes that have figured shit out a little bit too much. You know, and that when we group together and we all have the same ideals and we attack other people that have different ideals, we create a tribe for ourselves, and you're only welcome if you fit in with those ideals of the tribe, and then you say fuck that to anyone else who has any kind of dissonant voice, and so nothing gets fucking done. So I don't know, I'm just like disappointed. I think I'm disappointed in everything that happened. Not just that Trump was elected, I'm just disappointed in this entire election season. So I just want to kind of to do a little bit of a soul search, a little bit of a stream of consciousness. So in closing, I'm going to kind of take a little bit of what Stephen Colbert said once the election was over. We can agree on a couple of things. He had a couple of really good things. I'm going to try to find a couple other good things. Puppies are fucking adorable. Everyone's biggest dream in the entire world is just to be covered by puppies. We'll go with hypoallergenic puppies, just in case someone's allergic. Traffic fucking blows, and Amy Winehouse died way too soon. Whether you liked what happened today or not, I hope you guys have a better day tomorrow. And on that note, I will have another video coming out later this week that is not political at all. I love you guys, and I hope you guys stay calm and stay cool, and just know that it's going to be okay. And I love you, and I'll see you guys for the next video.